Hello everybody, I am Robert Trusardi, the creator of Blockchain Kingdoms. We turn video gaming into passive income and paid work. I'm going to be talking about Mirandus from Gala Games. I've been following their store. They've been on fire today. They have been selling out of their land deeds and other items. The store is having some problems today. I'm going to talk about what they've sold out of, why they've been selling out of them. So I'm super excited for this video. I have created a platform called Blockchain Kingdoms. Be sure to also check out our store at shop.blockchainkingdoms.com, where you can buy passive income cards and earn units of passive income on our coming platform. This is the Gala Games Mirandus land deeds. They said there's only going to be about 1,650 of these. I heard that in a video, and I read somewhere else it's only about 1,500 for sale. I think the discrepancy in that number might be some of these are being held and not actually going to be sold on the store. They're going to be held by Gala Games and then sold later. I know they did some of that with the potion shops and they sold out. So what's been selling out is, what's missing here is there was a farming hamlet, and there was also an outpost. And when I was looking at it, there were about at like 72 for one and like 48 at another, and then almost like a blink of an eye, it like dropped by 50%. Suddenly there was only like 20 of left. So I actually had a heck of a day even trying to purchase one of these. So I went into the website, tried to buy units of their Gala, which is their currency, and that ended up getting tied up and not getting to me. So I was literally like sitting here watching these fly off the shelf while I was waiting for their Gala to come into my account. So if you ever want to purchase anything from Gala Games, especially in the near future, I suggest not using their simplex system, and which is a crypto, buying system they have on their site. I was using a credit card or a debit card to purchase on from the Gala Games website. Sent me to a thing called Simplex, and the Gala just never came. So I reached their tech support, and it took me a while. So about 2 hours after I'd already made the purchase, the tech support got back to me. They said it looked like there was a technical issue on their end. And so they're going to refund me the money. So I had to transfer Ethereum to just straight to the wallet. Should have done that in the first place. Never should have relied on the unknowns there with buying the Gala. It was my mistake. So I think I've purchased one of the large weapon shops. I'm not sure about that. I also emailed Gala Games, and Gala Games came back. I forget the name of the gentleman who got into contact with me, but he said the store had gotten slammed, and I told him I wanted to purchase weapon shop, and I was still experiencing some weirdness. I still have the Ethereum in my wallet, but it tells me that I purchased it. I try to purchase it again just to see what happens, and it tells me there's an error. So he told me shop's getting slammed, and that he hopes that I get my weapon shop. So we will see. We will see what happens. So the only things that are left now for land deeds are like in the $8,000 to like $9,000 range. So you can see here, this village of the farmer, this village of the baron are the next most affordable lands available on their shop. And that's about 8.4 Ethereum. And Ethereum's about I think almost 1,200 at the moment. So yeah, it's almost about $10,000 for either Village of the Baron or the Village of the Farmer. And later in this video, I'm going to go into the size of the plots and what those things look like. So the rent, and what was the catalyst here was that I think besides just the visibility rising, I mean, obviously I'm here, so it's almost unsurprising to me, like, am I just getting caught up in the rush of this? But I was watching the ranching hamlet. There was about 78 or so of those available on the store as of like yesterday. Yeah, there's like 74, 78 of the ranching hamlets available yesterday. And then this morning, that dropped down to like 22. So suddenly there was a huge buy on the ranching hamlets, which I think is something that raises pets, and there's something about like milk and cows. Who knows exactly how all of this works. But they told us that there's only so many of these land deeds and so many of these plots on these land deeds. And so they also are selling buildings. And there have been buildings that have sold out in the last couple of days. So the Grand Weapon Shop, I believe, sold out since the last time I made this video. There are also a couple other sellouts. The mills sold out. I guess this is used for making bread. Possibly you could use some of that to make some potions, maybe. I don't know for sure. The potion stands were already sold out, and same with the storehouse and the stables. So it's really interesting to see what's been popular. Someone purchased those grand weapon shops. It was probably a really smart idea, and so I tried to purchase one of these large weapon shops. I would have preferred to buy the land, but those are sold out at the moment. So I went ahead and tried to purchase one of these large weapon shops. If I refresh the page, it's probably still going to tell me there's only 16 left. And I think that's a lie. I think the shop is not accurately representing what's in the inventory at the moment. So if I go ahead and show you what these, I found this page, sometimes the way I can find this is to search for, if you go to Gala.Games, Mirandus-Deeds, or if you search for Mirandus Deeds, you should be able to find this website, and it shows you the homesteads. The homesteads have a 10 by 10 plot, medium plot, a farming plot, and a small plot here. So those were selling for about $100 each on the store page, and the outposts were selling for about more. This was close to 400, 500 for an outpost on the store, and it had this 20 by 10 plot large. So if I get that armor shop, the weapon shop, I'll be able to put it on a 20 by 10 like this one. Where I can sell it or I can rent it. Really, I just want to play this. I want to have the land. I want to have the stores and the shops. I want to play this. It sounds fun to me to have a super scarcity based system where there's only 1,600 land deeds, and this game sounds really cool from they're talking about. Sometimes sounds a little pie in the sky, but these are really experienced developers. And it sounds like they're kind of dipping their toes in this RPG thing after working on Zynga and Interplay games. So the farming hamlet's another one that sold out, and I think this one's designed for like farming and a little bit of ranching. It's kind of a little bit of everything. I was surprised this one seemed to be selling out slower than the ranching hamlets and the outposts, because this is kind of a little bit of everything. It has farming plots, it has ranching, it has these plots for like buildings, and a large plot, 20 by 10 large plot. And so it's kind of surprised this one was selling out the slowest. And let's see. So the ranching hamlet really just has like a whole lot of ranching here and some medium plots and a little bit of farm. It's gearing towards like ranching. It's probably like pets and milk for certain types of food, probably buffs, that kind of thing. And so from there it gets more expensive. And so I think when you look at it and you look at these plots and what's on here, so for this one, I can't see without downloading it what this is. I think this is a 20 by 20 plot. So some more expensive ones have like these giant plots here for larger buildings. But in terms of like the medium plots and the farming and the ranching, I think like these were really good deals. So the ranching hamlets, the farming hamlets, the outposts, I think these are really good deals for the land that they have. Now for the people coming in who want to buy these plots that have the 20 by 20s, that's going to be way more costly. So if I go onto OpenSea and we take a look at the potion shops here, this is the one that sold out when they first came on sale last week. And if you look at the original price of a potion shop, just a normal potion shop, it was 0.075 ether. And now if you look at the latest transactions, this last one sold for 0.275. So that's like that's a huge gain. That's like almost like four to 5 times gain. 27 divided by 4. 27 divided by, 0.75. So it's 3. So it's over 3 times a gain. So that is really super nice for these people who bought those, and now they've resold it to somebody else for 3 times as much. And I love this. I'm a creator of these types of games, NFT based, blockchain kingdoms. We have a technology that turns a video gamer's time into a commodity, and you can upgrade the things that actually earn those units. And we have our passive income cards that allow you to earn income units to upgrade the cards and earn more units. And each of those cards are unique. We'll release 20 of those every week. So I love this idea of scarcity. We only release 20 of the passive income cards. These guys only releasing 1650 of the land deeds. And if you watch my other video, I was talking about Star Wars Galaxies, and I loved Star Wars Galaxies back in the day. It was this massive MMO that was very economic based. It really let players create the economics. And one of my greatest, my favorite memories in video games was in Star Wars Galaxies, like putting down my first house on on a Naboo. And I was like, wow, I have my house, I can put my stuff in here, I could get my crafting things together, I could have a vendor, and I could sell things. And I actually became insanely rich in those video games. We didn't have the real money transactions back then that we have now, but I became friends with 2 other people. One was a made clothes, and so he played this tailor who made clothes, and another guy who was a weapon shop smith, and they were just the 3 of us. Somehow we just kind of came together and became friends. We shared the same factories and the same resources that we harvested, and before we knew it, we were a huge part of the economy. People were coming to our stores and buying all this stuff and asking us all these questions, how to defeat creatures like crate dragons and all the stuff that was in Star Wars Galaxies to discover and explore and kill and loot. And I remember I was leveling up something called cloning, and it wasn't even useful. You couldn't really use cloning for anything, but I was just having fun, and they started to say that they would use cloning so people could actually use them as pets and things, and I didn't know if that was true or not. I just kind of wanted to do it, and I think I was also working on a force mastery thing, so the more I leveled up on things, the better. And it just so happened that they made it so the cloning actually allowed you to use pets and use them as pets, which were also mounts. And so they could attack and you could mount them. And that happened just as I had maxed it out. And I had all these resources to make the pets. And before I knew it, the money was just flying in, millions of tris, millions of credits. And so people come to me hey, I want to buy one of these. I'll give you 5 million for it. And I was 5 million credits. That's actually a ton of credits in this game. I can buy anything I want. And this was on, some guy just went out killing stuff, selling things, and getting a lot of credits. And I just made a lot of money just as a genetic engineer. That's what it was. And so yeah, I just sold these things for millions, and I think I had 40 million credits in my bank account at one point, just for that right timing, being there at the right time, the right place, having a skill that everyone thought was probably useless and wasn't going to deliver. And there was the patch that made that so anybody could just buy their pet from me. And so I think why getting the ranching thing was a really smart idea, and I love the idea of being able to trade these virtual currencies and be able to actually own your land deeds and your buildings as items and sell those to other people. I just really super love that idea that it's actual virtual economy, and they're creating a space where we can step into and monetize that. And very similar to what my company is doing, I think to being of service to video gamers and creating a space where the market can go is amazing. I played just a little bit of games like Planet Europa, Project Europa, or whatever it is, and I played just a tiny bit of Second Life, and generally what I didn't like about those games was I just saw that the economies were going to stagnate. And there's only going to be so many buyers and sellers. And I was well, sure, I could probably come in here, find a great opportunity, make a bunch of money. Many people did. But I just looked at it and I was but I don't see the really long game. I don't see myself playing this for 10 years and seeing my income grow exponentially. So I really wasn't really interested in. And also, they were clunky. That was another main thing. I didn't like these clunky games. So Mirandus looks like it won't be clunky. Like it will be very accessible. They were originally going to make it top down, but now it's going to be a first person adventure mode for your RPG exploring and adventuring, and I love that. And that's why when I created Blockchain Kingdoms, we have a job system where I was like, I want this thing to scale. So what I did was I created technology where video gamers' time from playing and their performance, one or the other, you can kind of commoditize both. From any game that they're playing in that platform supports. Can be generated into a currency, commoditized, and then used to earn more from people doing the same thing. And the idea is that we can put these in as many games you can possibly think of, and then that allows you to play any video game as like a job. And that is what I call the main virtual supply chain, Blockchain Kingdom's main virtual supply chain. And we could even use it with games like Mirandus, and we may need to be a partner with them to do that. I'd rather be partners with them so that they can get a piece of the income that is generated by gamers as they play. So the developers who have gamers making money and entrepreneurs who are making money from playing their video game can get a piece of that. And it's something I'm working on. I'm very, very early into the creation of this company. And you can go to blockchainkingdoms.com, get more information about it. But yeah, I'd love to see Mirandus as a part of our ecosystem one day. You'd go and play Mirandus, and not only can you make money from being someone who commoditizes the goods and going out and looting things and reselling those to vendors, and vendors then building items to resell in shops, and essentially like an actual supply chain side of the game. Well, then we could layer Blockchain Kingdoms on top of that, and just from the time that you spend playing and even possibly your performance, you actually get paid on top of that in the Blockchain Kingdoms ecosystem. And so that's what I'm building. I've gone on to a little self-promotional talking about my technology as I talk about this, but this is why I'm super excited for something like Mirandus. I don't see many blockchain games that I really love. I'm very skeptical of most of them. Even talking about Project Europa and Second Life. I really didn't get into them. They weren't really for me. They're not the type of gamer I was. I didn't see the perpetual. I didn't see perpetual growth. I thought they would eventually stagnate. I think they mostly have. And so yeah, Mirandus and Gala Games, who's creating Mirandus, I'm super excited for this game. They're on fire. If you're going to buy something, I suggest just like sending ETH into your Miranda account in order to purchase anything. And I really don't know what else there is to say in this video. There's going to be an AMA tonight, Monday, the 18th of January. So I would check out YouTube for that. There's another video for Mirandus you can check out. And yeah, I hope I get to talk with the Mirandus fans. I'm in their Discord now, and I'm chatting with people. And this game is still a while off. So if you're thinking of buying some of these NFT items, it's still like a year longer. Even the passive income cards that we're creating are probably going to be available long before you can play Mirandus. But still, even at over a 1 year potential from now, they're hoping for possibly an alpha at the end of this year. And who knows even who all will be the ones to get into that, probably the deed owners. Yeah, I'm just super excited for Mirandus. Thank you so much for watching this video. And go check out our passive income cards at blockchainkingdoms.com. There's only 20 of these released every week, and they have max level caps that go up every week, starting from the sell date. So batch 1 is the most valuable. I have a sale right now on the last 3 batch 1 cards. It's a premium for the last ones. There's an auction for Akara Sugimoto. She's a cyberpunk character, and she's a new release. And there's an auction for her up here right now. I really like her cards, so I hope she finds a nice home with somebody. Thank you so much for watching this video. I am Robert Tussardi, the creator of Blockchain Kingdoms, and have a wonderful day.